So one of the most common questions that comes back to us is, can you pay your tuition fee with your part-time job? So we have dedicated this video specifically for this. Keep watching till the end and we'll show you all the calculations required to plan your studying abroad. Hello and welcome back. My name is Rajat Buddhiraja. I'm an entrepreneur, a globetrotter and a technocrat. With the motto of transforming careers and lives, we at GenXGo work with all the major institutions across 30 countries in the globe. Thank you for all your comments and suggestions that you've been making continuously. And this helps us improvise our videos that we come out with. So one of the common questions that has been asked all the way is, can I pay my tuition fees basis my part-time jobs? So since we've been discussing this with a lot of students and parents, we thought we'll make a video out of it and it'll help a lot of students out there. With that said, for today's video, before we land up into the calculations on showing how you can actually pay your tuition fee or whether you can pay your tuition fee using your part-time jobs, do subscribe to our channel if you've not done so. Do share and like. If you share it with other students, it may help them as well. You can also follow us on Instagram with the link below which says GenXGo_study abroad at Instagram. Okay, so let's go back to the context again. For today's discussion specifically and calculations, we are assuming that we're talking about Ontario with a minimum wage of $14.25 dollars per hour and taking up an average tuition fee of $16,000 per year. As per the minimum wage of $14.25 per hour, when you work 20 hours a week, you will earn approximately $1,140 per month. After tax, you'll be able to save $1,000 for yourself in cash. So, studying abroad or your journey going abroad is a very serious affair, and we would not like to show you a rosy picture all the way. So we'll talk about both the best case scenario and the worst case scenarios as well. And of course, we'll expect that you can use the calculations at your discretion and modify them as per whichever province you're going into or your college fees. So let's go to the computer screen. For studying abroad, there are two categories, expenses and earnings. So let's talk about expenses first. We're going to split the expenses into three different parts. One is your tuition fee, second is the GIC, and of course the actual living expenses that you do. Now, tuition fee we are assuming is going to be $16,000. GIC, as per the Canadian government, you in any case have to put forth $10,000 in your bank account as part of your GIC. For living expenses, it is assumed that depending on the kind of location that you're living in, keeping it on the higher side, you will still be spending around $800 a month. Now, if it is $800 a month, for 12 months, you will be spending $9,600. Now, let's look at the earnings piece of it as well. As part of the Canadian government rules, you can work 20 hours per week while you're studying. And of course, you can work 40 hours while there is a break and you can work full time. Let's go to the earnings part of it. Now, before I go deeper into that, as per the norms, normally in Canada, the semesters are for 4 months and 4 months each. That means in a year, if you are able to do 2 semesters, you'll still have 8 months. And then of course you can work full time for the rest of the 4 months altogether. As part of the rules, you can work part-time 20 hours per week when you are studying, and you can work full-time, which is 40 hours per week when it is your vacation or the break period. If you go back and look at our video on the and press the I button, which talks about the highest paid part-time jobs, we did talk about that on an average, doing a part-time job for 20 hours per week, you can actually earn $1,000, that is after tax. These $1,000 can be earned for 8 months. That's when you are studying, which is going to be which is equivalent to $8,000 for the first year. Now the second part is when you have a break and you can work full time 40 hours, and this amount then comes out to be $2,000 per month for 4 months, and hence amounting to another 8,000. Now monthly GIC payment, which is for 12 months, which comes back to us from the bank, is also $10,000. The cash flow for the entire first year comes out to be 10,000 plus 8,000 plus 8,000, which is $26,000. Now we already calculated the living expenses to be $800 per month, amounting to $9,600 a year. Now when we calculate the net earnings, that comes out to be $26,000 minus $9,600, which is equivalent to $16,400. So by the end of the year, you will have $16,400 in hand. The payment for the next year's tuition fee is $16,000, and you will still be able to save $400 by the end of the first year. Now let's talk about optimistic scenarios. Under optimistic scenarios, you can actually work full-time, or rather work 2 jobs full-time during your break period. That means you can actually work more than 40 hours. Let's assume 60 hours in our case. So if you're able to work 60 hours and obtain 2 jobs during that time, you'll be able to earn $3,000 into the 4 months where you're working full-time, which amounts to $12,000. Hence, now your total cash flow becomes $30,000, which is 10,000 GIC plus 12,000 from the full-time job, 8,000 from the part-time job. Your expenses for the first year still remain the same, which is 9,600, and hence you are able to save $20,400 for the next year. But the picture is not always rosy. So let's talk about a worst case scenario as well. In the worst case scenario, assuming that you're going to be there and you may or may not actually get the job right from day one. So assuming that you did not get a job for 2 months, part-time job for 2 months, so you were able to work only for 6 months. That means now your earning is 1,000 into 6, which is $6,000. Plus, when you were doing a full-time job for those 4 months, you did not get a full-time job for the first month at all. That means you worked only for 3 months. So $2,000 per month into 3 months is equal to $6,000. The GIC remains the same, so your cash flow for the entire year becomes $22,000. Your expenses still are $9,600. So your expenses still remain the same, which is $9,600. Hence, your total inflow of the cash by the end of the year at hand is $12,400 only. That means end of the year you will be still short of approximately $3,600 to pay for the next year's tuition fee. You can earn various kinds of wages, not just the bare minimum wage for that province. We made a separate video for that. You can look at or click on the I button here and look at the highest paid part-time jobs available in Canada. That may increase your chances of having a higher wage and higher saving thereafter. There are various colleges that actually allow you to study at very affordable fees in Canada. So we also come out with another video which talks about cheap colleges in Canada and can help you in reducing your tuition fee further there. Do press on the I button here and to watch that video. In case you need any help in terms of any questions or securing admission in any of the countries, we have dropped a link in the description below. Do fill in your details on the link and our team is going to get back to you in 48 hours. Do show your love by subscribing or sharing and liking our video. It only helps us visualize that yes, our information is helping you guys. And do comment if you actually are looking at any specific information. We'll be glad to come out with those videos also. Now, having said that, with all these calculations put in place, I would also like to highlight once again, it is not only the rosy picture that you should look at, but also look at the worst case scenarios. The fees for some of the courses may be, let's say, $12,000 or $11,000 versus for the others, it may actually go up to $20,000. So depending on your course, your fee structure and of course, planning done for yourself there. Do amend these calculations and then plan accordingly. Preparing for the worst case scenarios always helps and ensures that you succeed. Thank you for watching our video. Take care. Bye bye.